As I walked out of David's hostel crying, I bumped into Emeka. I whispered.
Can you show me what it means to be mature?
I didn't know what I meant. But we did it. But let me take you back, maybe then you'll understand how I got here. My name is Chism. I'm the first daughter in a family of 5. Growing up, my mom didn't really talk to me, she only shouted. Don't talk to boys. Don't wear that. Do you want to end up like those girls? That was a version of advice. No conversations. No explanations. Only commands and fear. When I started college, I was like a lost little girl in a new world. I had a roommate. Her name was Amarachi. She talked to her mom all the time, about everything. Boys, school, hostel drama, even her period. Whenever I heard them laugh on the phone, I felt a sharp ache in my chest. I wished I could talk to my mom like that. I wished we could have real conversations. But that could never be my reality. Our calls were always the same. Hello, Mom. I'm good. I need money for this or that. And that was it. Just instructions and transactions. It started with a lost handout. I was in the library, flipping through my bag, frustrated and embarrassed because I couldn't find the course outline I needed for an upcoming test. Then, his voice. You're looking for MTH 102, right? I looked up and saw him, tall, calm, with eyes that didn't wander. That was David. He handed me his copy and smiled like it was nothing. But for me, it was everything. That day, he waited for me after the library and walked me back to class. He talked about school, shared study tips, even offered to explain some topics I was struggling with. He wasn't like other guys, no funny comments about my body, no pressure. Just kindness. I told myself, finally, someone sees me. And when you've never felt seen, a little attention can feel like love. Days turned into weeks. David became my calm in the chaos of school. We would sit under the mango tree after class, going over lecture notes. He would sometimes bring me suya or donuts when I hadn't eaten. I started memorizing everything about him, how he scratched his beard when thinking, how he laughed softly, how he said "you'll be fine" whenever I doubted myself. But then, the girls. Girls who wore lashes and confidence. Girls who looked like they'd been around and knew how to flirt back. I started to feel small. Whenever I saw David talking with them, my heart dropped. I pretended not to care, but at night, I'd turn away from Amarachi and cry into my bedsheet. Why did he smile at them the way he smiled at me? Was I just one of many? One Saturday, I baked plantain chips, the kind my mom used to make when she was in a good mood. I wrapped them in a pink serviette and walked to David's hostel, smiling like a fool. I should have known. I should have stayed back. But I didn't. I knocked, excited. A girl opened the door. Her eyes scanned me from head to toe like I was lost. She was wearing his shirt. Then David appeared behind her, rubbing his eyes like he had just woken up. "Oh, Chism, meet my girlfriend, Ifeoma." I felt something inside me break. Loudly. Silently. All at once. I dropped the chips on the ground. And I walked away. I didn't see him at first. I was wiping my tears, walking too fast, heart pounding like a drum I couldn't silence. Then, bam, I bumped into someone. "Chism," he said softly. It was Emeka. The boy who always smiled too much and waited outside my department just to walk with me. The one who offered to help carry my books when no one else noticed I was struggling. But that day, I didn't want kindness. I wanted to feel something, anything, other than what I was feeling. My voice shook as I looked at him. "Emeka, can you show me what it means to be mature?" He paused. Confused. Then his lips curled slightly. "You sure?" I nodded. And we went to his room. I don't remember much of the details. Only the silence afterward. The emptiness. The part of me that knew. I wasn't ready. But it was too late. Weeks passed. And then it came, the silence that screams louder than sound. No blood. No period. I waited. 1 week. 2. 3. By the 4th, I could barely sleep. My whole body felt foreign, like I was living inside fear. I called Emeka, my voice trembling. Emeka. I think I'm pregnant. There was a long pause. Then he said it. The sentence that cut deeper than David ever could. Don't involve me. I thought you knew what you were doing. And just like that, he ended the call. No goodbye. No, we'll talk. Just silence. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even lie to myself anymore. So I went home. My mother was in the kitchen, turning ogbono soup like her life depended on it. The aroma filled the room, but I couldn't smell a thing. When she saw me, her face changed. Chisholm. Why are you looking like this? Jesus, what is this nonsense? I wanted to shout back. But instead, my lips trembled. Mommy, you never told me anything. You only shouted. She blinked. Once. Twice. And for the first time, she had no words. She drove me to the hospital in silence. The kind of silence that felt heavy, like it had weight and shape. In the waiting room, I held my knees close to my chest. I was ready to hear the worst. The doctor examined me, ran tests, asked questions. I nodded when I should have, even though my mind was far away. Then finally. You're not pregnant, he said. It's a hormonal delay, likely stress. I wanted to cry out of relief. But all I could think was, too late. That night, I sat on the edge of my bed, hugging my pillow. Then my mom came in. She didn't carry her usual anger. She didn't come with a lecture. She sat beside me. Quiet. Heavy. I didn't know how to talk to you, she said. I thought if I scared you enough, you'd stay safe. But I was wrong. I see that now. Then she held my hand, my rough, shaky hand, and said, from now on, we'll talk. I want to listen. I want to understand. I want to be the mother you need, not just the one who feeds you. For the first time, I felt like I mattered beyond my grades or chores. I felt loved. I didn't hear from Emeka again. Not even a text. David eventually found out. He looked disappointed, not angry, not rude, just disappointed. He said, Chisholm, I never led you on. I was only trying to help. I nodded. I know. I wanted more, because you made me feel seen. He sighed. You don't need a man to feel seen. Start by seeing yourself. That one hit deep. And he was right. Now, I sit in my room. The fan hums above like a lazy reminder that life keeps going. I scroll through my phone, then stop. I delete Emeka's number. Block him. I scroll again, David's contact still there. I stare. Then I delete that too. Not out of anger. But because I need space. Space to grow. Space to become me, without the noise. Next semester, I won't be the girl who waits for validation. Or the one who thinks kindness equals romance. No more guessing. No more silence. No more shame. It's time I become the kind of woman I should have been taught to be. And this time, I'll teach myself. Silence almost ruined me. Obsession made me mistake kindness for love. David saw me, but he was never mine. Emeka used me, then disappeared. And my mother? She shouted, but never truly spoke. But now, I'm learning to teach myself the things I was never taught. As a mother, teach your daughters without scolding. Teach with love, not fear. Talk about real things: boys, pain, periods, heartbreak, self-worth. One honest conversation can save a girl from years of confusion. Because if you don't teach her, the world will, and the world isn't always kind.